नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम इन आवर ऑनलाइन स्टडी ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स।
Now, friend, here is the topic of class 8 data handling. So, what do you mean by data? The collection of information is called data. Okay, but noted that presenting ungrouped or raw data in the form of tables so that it becomes understandable and can be interpreted is known as data presentation. Okay, means if data is given and you write just into the tabular form and you can understand that what information is given in the table, then that things is called data presentation. Okay, now what do you mean by primary data? Yes, when the collection of information directly by the observer then that information is called primary data. So I think that clear what is the meaning of primary data. Means if we say you that find the number of students in section 8A, 8B, 8C, 8D and 8E, then this collection is known as primary data. Means you not need any resource to collect the information, then that information is called primary data. Means if you directly collect the information, then that information is called primary data. Means if I tell you what is the number of tables and chair in your class and also write the teacher's table and teacher's chair, then you write the information yourself. No need to help to any other thing, other person, then that collection of data is known as primary data. अगर आप किसी भी इंफॉर्मेशन को सेल्फ ही कलेक्ट कर लेते हैं, आपको किसी भी रिसोर्स की आवश्यकता नहीं होती है, तो उस इंफॉर्मेशन को हम कहते हैं प्राइमरी डाटा. नाउ व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ secondary data? Here the secondary data, that is when you collect the information by the help of any resource, then that collection is called the secondary data. How can you define? If an observer collect the information with the help of any resource, that is newspaper, television, radio, internet, etc., then that type of collection is called secondary data. How can you understand what is the secondary data? If you collect the information with the help of newspaper, television, radio, internet, etc., then that is known as the secondary data. Means if I tell you that state what is the population of India state wise, can you tell me? No. But if you take the help of internet, then you can tell me all the population of India state wise. So this is known as the secondary data. If I ask you a question, how many schools are running in the Lucknow city? Can you tell? No. But if you take the help of internet, then you can tell me. So internet is the resource. When you take the help of any resource to reply the answer, to collect the data, then that data is known as secondary data. Now some important points for related to data handling. Number one, if data is given in class interval or in groups, then left side of the class is called lower limit and right side of the class is called upper limit. For example, if it is 0 to 10 and 10 to 20, so this 0 is known as lower limit and 10 is known as upper limit. 10 is known as here lower limit and this 20 is known as upper limit. Now the tabular arrangement of the data is known as frequency distribution table. मीन्स अगर आपको डेटा दिया हुआ है और आप उसे टैली मार्क्स बना के टेबल में रिप्रेजेंट करके नंबर्स लिखते हैं तो उसको हम क्या कहेंगे? फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल. यस. नाउ पॉइंट नंबर 3, द नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस, द नंबर ऑफ observations, yes, the number of observations corresponding to a particular class yes, corresponding to a particular class is known as the frequency. Known as the frequency. Means if you write 0 to 10, there are 50% in that is formation is, let us boys, let us consider here is boys and they are eating plums. So if they eat 50 plums, then this number is known as frequency. Okay. So the number of observations corresponding to a particular class is known as the frequency. Now number 4, Whole point is that when the upper limit of the lower class equal, when the upper limit, okay, try to understand this point, of the lower class equal to the lower limit of, equal to the lower limit of next higher class. Next higher class, the distribution is called continuous class interval. For example, if this is given that 0 to 10, 10 to 20 and 20 to 30, then this class interval is known as, this distribution is known as continuous class interval, because upper limit just equal to the lower limit, upper limit just equal to the lower limit. So this type of distribution is called continuous class interval. Yes dear, so this is distribution. And now point number 5, the difference between the upper class limit and lower class limit is called the width or size of the class. मीन्स क्या करना है, आप इसका डिफरेंस निकालेंगे तो 10 माइनस 0 क्या आएगा 10, 10 20 माइनस 10 क्या आएगा 10. तो इसको हम क्या कहेंगे, इसको हम कहेंगे क्लास साइज, अदरवाइज क्लास विड्थ. अपर लिमिट में से लोअर लिमिट को माइनस करेंगे तो जो वैल्यू आएगा उसको हम बोलेंगे क्लास विड्थ, अदरवाइज क्लास साइज. एंड नेक्स्ट नंबर, द मीन ऑफ द लोअर लिमिट एंड अपर लिमिट ऑफ ए क्लास इज कॉल्ड द क्लास मार्क. मीन्स क्या करना है आपको, अगर आप 0 और 10 को प्लस करके हाफ निकालिए, 2 से डिवाइड करिए तो कितना आएगा 5. तो ये आपका क्या होगा क्लास मार्क. इसी तरह से 20 प्लस 10 दोनों को प्लस करेंगे और हाफ करेंगे तो कितना आएगा 30/2 मीन्स 15. तो ये क्लास मार्क कहा जाएगा. हर क्लास मार्क अलग अलग होगा. ये आपका फर्स्ट कंटिन्यूअस क्लास पर क्लास इंटरवल है, ये सेकंड क्लास इंटरवल, थर्ड क्लास इंटरवल. तो सबका मीन निकालेंगे. मीन का मतलब दोनों का प्लस, अपर लिमिट प्लस लोअर लिमिट डिवाइड बाई 2, दैट इज क्लास मार्क. सो यू कैन राइट दिस ऑल्सो इन द फॉर्मूला फॉर्म, दैट इज क्लास मार्क इक्वल टू upper limit plus lower limit divide by 2. So this is the formula of class mark. So you can find the class mark using this formula. Now point number 7 is that how can you find, what is the point number 7? That is the difference between what difference between the greatest and the least value least value is called, the difference between the greatest and the least value is called the range of the data. मीन्स आपको अगर रेंज फाइंड करना है तो आप क्या करेंगे, रेंज इक्वल टू हाईएस्ट वैल्यू माइनस लोएस्ट वैल्यू। जो भी डेटा दिया हुआ है उस डेटा में सबसे बड़ा वैल्यू में से सबसे छोटा वैल्यू अगर आप माइनस करेंगे तो आपका आ जाएगा रेंज। सो दिस इज द important things regarding the data handling. Now how can you represent the data? There are 5 types you can represent the data. Number first, pictograph. Pictograph means when you represent the data in the symbolic form, means सिंबल से जो हम रिप्रेजेंटेशन देंगे उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे, पिक्टोग्राफ। फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट अस कंसीडर दिस इज ए बल्ब। ओके, नाउ ए कंपनी मैन्युफैक्चर्ड 1000 bulb in a day, then you can write here as you represent you write here one bulb, that is the representation in the symbolic form, that is 500. Okay, so if a company manufactured bulb in a day 1000, then you will represent here 2 symbol of bulb. Okay, that is one bulb is 500 and second bulb represent again 500, so 500 500, that is 1000, and you mark that one bulb equal to 500 bulb. Okay, so this is the symbolic form, means pictograph.
Here we can see that the given data is represented in the symbolic form. So dear, this is known as the pictograph, and you can see in this data, this is the variety of the fruits and number of the apples here is given that. So if we represent the data into the symbolic form, then that graph is known as pictograph.
Now next one is bar form, bar graph. You know, everybody know that about the bar graph. This is the axis and you will draw here bar according to the information which is given in the question. So this type is known as bar graph.
Dear, this is the best example of the bar graph. Here you can see that this is the x-axis, and in this x-axis you can see that there are so much bars just in the red color and blue color and green color and yellow color and the pink color, and every bar has the same width and the between same space between two bar graph. So, and this is the information for number of children on the y-axis. So this is the good example of the bar graph.
Now double bar graph, this is the same things when you represent the data into the bar form as this is the first bar, okay, and now this is the second bar. Just start from this for the second information, then this is known as the double bar graph. Okay, that is, you can say here, this representation is known as the double bar graph according to the information. ये बार आपका कितना बड़ा होगा कितना छोटा होगा, ये आपका इंफॉर्मेशन पर डिपेंड करेगा कि क्वेश्चन में क्या वैल्यू दिया हुआ है, क्या डेटा दिया हुआ है. तो इस टाइप का जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन होगा वो आपका होगा डबल बार ग्राफ.
Here you can see that this is the double bar graph. Okay dear, and on the x-axis you can see that this is the first, second, third, fourth, the fifth classes, and on the y-axis you can see that this is the number of students, and you can see that yellow color indicate that number of girls, and the green color is shows that the number of boys. So this is known as the double bar graph. We can draw the double bar graph on the graph paper just like you can see on the screen.
Now the histogram, how can you draw the histogram? Yes, you can draw the histogram when the frequency is given. When the frequency is given, then you can represent the data as like that, here 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40, and here is 5 and 10 and next 15. So if you draw a bar graph as here, then you will take the middle value of all bar and join this according to the information. Then this type representation is known as frequency graph.
Now dear, this is, you can see that this is the example of the histogram. When we draw the histogram, you can see that this is the x-axis and this one is the y-axis, and on the y-axis we will draw the frequency, and on the x-axis this is the given information just given into the data. When the frequency is given, then this is the necessary to draw the bar graph. जब फ्रीक्वेंसी दिया जाएगा तब हम यहाँ पे ये हिस्टोग्राम ड्रॉ कर सकेंगे. अगर फ्रीक्वेंसी नहीं दिया होगा तो हम हिस्टोग्राम ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते हैं. सो डियर, दिस इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ द हिस्टोग्राम. यू कैन सी दैट in this histogram every bar is attached to each other and with the same width of the bars. So dear, this is the histogram. This is the example of histogram.
And last one is presentation of pie chart or circle graph. Means if you data represent into the circle, that is in the angular form, then that is known as pie chart or circular form. These angle is also depend on the information. Means first of all we will find here the central angle. After that we will represent this data into the circle. So this is known as pie chart. That is, when you represent this pie chart, means you will construct a circle and then you find the sectorial angle, that is the central angle, and you represent this data in here. So first of all you draw a line, that is this line. You can draw anywhere in the circle. After that, if angle is given 90 degrees, so you construct here 90 degree, and if the angle is given according to the information is 60 degree, then you will draw here 60 degree. Okay, after that here next one is given 30 degree, so you will draw here 30 degree, and the remaining things automatically you will get. So this representation is known as the pie chart, and this is just depend on the information of the given data. So first of all we will find their central angle for representation of circle graph.
Now here you can see just on the screen, this is the pie chart, and this pie chart is known as also सर्कल चार्ट। ओके, सो सर्कल ग्राफ भी इसी को बोलते हैं और पाई चार्ट भी इसी को बोलते हैं। सो यू कैन सी दैट जस्ट लाइक दैट यू विल ड्रॉ, वी कैन ड्रॉ द पाई चार्ट एज यू सी जस्ट लाइक ऑन द स्क्रीन।
हमारे इस वीडियो को अंत तक देखने के लिए